Jake driving back to California. Oh, there he goes again. It's KROQ Klein Alley Show. Just at some point in your life, you will be asked, sign here if you want the insurance, or click on all these boxes and sign there if you would like to ignore. And you make a decision in that moment. Am I going to bet on myself? Am I going to bet against myself? Used to be pretty easy. I think universally people just agreed always get the insurance, never against an ace playing blackjack, but always when renting a car, because it was like, now I can just drive completely careless, which is a great way to go through life.
Yeah, and see, for me, that's not the way I want to go through it. I always bet on myself, which I should never do, but I never opt in for extra insurance for anything. I've never had Apple Care. I've never had extra car insurance. And the one time I did get extra insurance on a rental car, something did happen.
So it's good you had it. And that usually should have been a lesson to yourself. It's like, wow, I did the right thing. Now, other people argue once you sign up for the extra insurance, whatever it is, sometimes it's like an extra insurance on a rental or extra insurance, home insurance. Like you said, the phone one. I've seen people decline insurance at an Apple store, be handed the phone, immediately drop it, the thing shatters, and the person's like, you just said you didn't want the insurance.
Yeah, but sometimes now they do the 3 free months of Apple Care.
Sometimes, but sometimes not. And
every time I'm on the phone with somebody and some in customer service, and they're like, did you have insurance? And I'm like, I'm not sure. And they're like, well, let me check for you. And the answer is always, no, you did not. And it's such a dejected feeling when you're like, God.
Oh, yeah, when they do that check, and you're like, I know I didn't, but maybe there's a mistake.
I know.
Yeah. Because Apple, you talk about like Best Buy, too. They'll do that thing. You buy anything at all, buy a TV.
Or an extra warranty.
Right, and they kind of explain to you on the phone, like, on average, if something goes bad here, on average, repairs are going to cost you way more than you're going to pay for this thing. So you kind of get like talked into. Well, anyway, Jake did not buy the insurance on his rental car. He got into a pretty bad accident. The car's all jammed up. And
I would say, how much do you think the damages are? I would say in the thousands.
Oh,
for sure.
Definitely in the thousands.
Yeah.
You do anything to any car, you're starting at 1,000 now. I mean, I don't even think you can get anything under 1,000, no matter what the car is.
I'm surprised he was able to make it home, because I thought during the road trip, the front bumper was going to fall off.
Yeah, it kind of looks like the place it was hit is a very... I did get in a car accident that was hit in that exact place, and it totaled the car. Even though it didn't look that bad, it's about where it was hit. And if they have to replace enough stuff, they just call it total.
I put some tape on it.
Candy, what happened to you? We're hearing your stories now of times that you neglected or declined any sort of additional coverage and it came back to bite you in the ass. What happened?
Yeah, on vacation in Grand Cayman Islands, didn't purchase the insurance. My ex-husband totaled the car. We were held by customs and couldn't board the plane until we paid for it.
What was the cost of that?
Over $5,000.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
And it was his fault?
It was his fault. He rear-ended somebody, didn't buy the insurance, and couldn't leave the island until we paid.
Jake, this is going to be your future, my friend, except that instead of the island, it's going to be right here in Southern California.
That's worse.
And to have to pay someone $5,000 in a foreign country and have to deal with all of that, the fraud protection, and to try and get the withdrawal, and I mean all that
But
stuff.
$5,000 in pesos isn't very much.
But Jake, I rented a car recently, and I remember because I also declined, because supposedly I have coverage or whatever. If you have insurance, depending on your insurance you have on your regular car, sometimes it transfers with you over to a rental. And the guy said, I understand a lot of people say that. He's like, just so you know, though, if you get into any accident, even a minor thing, and you decline all of our insurance, you have to pay up front until you figure out how to get reimbursed later. And sometimes that could take months, years, whatever.
Crap, I didn't know that.
That's what they claim because they want to. They want to peer pressure you into the insurance,
right.
And they get real. They do not like it when you say no, 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 no. They kind of give you like, all right, well, that's your funeral.
Yeah, because it's a racket. That's how they make their extra money.
I agree. I think most of the time insurance is a scam.
Let's say hi to Dylan. What happened to you? Hi, Dylan.
Hi, yeah, you kind of talked about it already, but I dropped my phone off to get repaired because I already cracked it. Then as soon as I left, I dropped it again and cracked the screen.
Now, did they give you the option when you got it repaired, hey, you want to throw the insurance on here? Because it's insurance, they'll fix it for like $30 or whatever, but if not, it could cost you a couple hundred, right?
Yeah, it cost me a couple hundred both times.
Oh, man, but still no insurance.
That's true.
People are proud of themselves.
Double down. Someone on the text line said, I denied insurance on our phones, and then my husband ran over his phone with a lawnmower, and it exploded.
Yeah, I should have the insurance. That's right.
Such a funny way to go out for a phone.
Christina on KROQ. Jake made a Decision that will probably cost him thousands of dollars by not checking the box that said he wanted insurance on his rental car, and then he got into a big car accident yesterday. You can see some of the pictures of that all up on the socials at Klein Alley Show. Luckily for some people, he's alive right now, and in fact, I think this is why, Allie. I don't know if you heard this.
Hi, this is Clarence. I'm Jake's guardian angel. I was at the scene of the accident yesterday, and I was supposed to take Jake, but I just saw his poor little dog on the passenger seat, and I thought, if I take Jake now, who will trot poor little Kibby around everywhere they go in a baby Bjorn? So I couldn't do it, and now Jake is going to be living the rest of his life still begging for sex with his girlfriend, and I'm going to get fired. Okay. So I don't know if you guys are hiring over at KROQ somebody with some guardian angel skills. No. Klein, I'd be a very good guardian angel. I might be able to help you win some of those prop bets you make.
Thank you. That's Jake's guardian angel was looking over him at the scene of the crime.
Clarence has to take someone else now, an innocent child.
Yeah, they're going to have to he's going to have to murder a child now because he kept you alive, Jake. And by the way, your plan was flawed from the beginning because there's so many people that say, you drove to see the eclipse. You didn't. This was just the cherry on top of the depressing Sunday that was his last few days.
Hey guys, listen about Jake's trip to Texas, and it got me thinking about the last time I rented a car. Going over in the allotted miles was like absurdly expensive, like 40 cents a mile. I think Jake's math is off. I don't think he calculated for gas and rolling over on the mileage. Yeah. I'm assuming like $1,000 extra. Oh. He probably could have just flown there, paid the surcharge for flying there, and would have been cheaper, and he would have been back already.
Jake,
all right, guys. Sweet dibs.
Thank you. Thanks.
Will you record yourself bringing back that car today? Because I do not think it's going to go well. I think there's going to be a lot of charges you didn't know about. There's going to be a lot of paperwork you're going to have to fill out, and you're like on 24 hours without sleep.
Oh, no. So, is there such a... They didn't tell me anything about, max mileage.
Dude, the amount of fine print that they show you when you rent a car, and none of us read it, so I'm not judging you for that.
No, because no one wants to be in the rental car place longer than they have to.
Right, so it's just check, let's go, keys, and then even when they do the old walk around and make sure there's no damage on the car, and everyone's just kind of half,
Yeah.
But you are going to be you are in for a rude awakening later. I'm not even...
Or it's going to be like, yeah, just bring it back, no problem, and then the phone calls start.
Yeah.
Hey, what about this? Hey, what about this?
I'm going to guess right now, we can all place our bets what that total is going to be between the mileage and the damage and everything. But I think Jake is going to be in the $7,000 range.
That's what I was thinking too.
$7K.
So what do I do? Do I get my card decline right now? Like cancel my card right now?
They have your card on file?
Yeah. Should I cancel it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Christina, you're on KROQ. Good morning.
Good morning, Sweet Dibs.
Sweet Dibs.
Once I rented a car for a weekend, and the last day a rock hit the windshield, and totally demolished it. And when I went to go drop it off, you have to go take the walk around.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really bright out there, and she didn't notice.
Maybe, Jake, you know what you should do when you bring the car back? Stand in front of the giant bumper that's hanging off the side.
I'm going to return it topless.
Oh, they'll be focused. That's a good move. That's a good move. Try it. I'm just telling you.
They'll be focused on other lumps.
Yeah. You got two big bumps here. Listen, there's people that want to help you out, Jake, but I feel...
Look, it wasn't my fault. The accident wasn't my fault. That has to be a good thing, though, right?
But I think Klein's right. I don't know if it matters.
And
it says on the text line, if it was your fault, you have to pay for both. The truck and the car.
Yeah, if it had been your fault, you would have been on the hook for both parties involved.
God, and I bet fixing that truck is probably...
it's I don't even... It's an 18-wheeler. It's destroyed. The guy couldn't drive away. The guy could not drive that off the seat.
The whole side of his truck fell off. He had to walk down the highway and pick it up and bring it back.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I feel terrible, but also...
And also, just saying it wasn't my fault... At the beginning of a car accident, you're like, oh, I'm fine. This isn't my fault. And then it goes down there. The same thing happened to Vanessa. She's like, this wasn't my fault when she hit that biker. And
she hit the biker.
I know, but...
I didn't hit the biker. But, Jake, I am getting charged. My insurance has to pay a lot back.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of worried for you.
Guys, I
didn't hit him.
We got to play a song, but there's a lot of guesses coming through over on the 4,500. Someone says, I'll lock in. Place your bets. Whoever is the closest... To what Jake's totals are going to be for this trip. we will give you something. I don't know what it'll be. It'll be pretty sweet, though.
You could win the amount that he has to pay.
Yeah, well, no, don't promise that. We'll get you into our 420 show or something. But here, first of all, let's give you this one, Sum 41 Landmines. Get your bets in. We will continue with this next.
Klein Alley Show. Klein Alley Show. 106.7 FM. KROQ.
Okay, Allie is definitely a mush. I hate to say it, but it's true. Last week, you guys said something about putting bets on Jake's trip down to Texas and back, and Allie said that she would bet on Jake. And sure enough, I just looked at Instagram, and just a short while ago, it looks like he got in an accident on his way back. Oh, man.
It is funny.
You're a mushy-ass mush.
Yeah.
Allie is a mushy-ass mush. That is so true. Like all sorts of bets coming in all over the place. It's not funny, Jake, but it's kind of funny, right?
Well, no, I'm actually mad at you because the week before you said I'm going to die, and that's the closest I've ever been to death. I almost died.
I talked to you. Listen, I said that as a friend to try to talk you out of doing this dumb trip from the very beginning. And if you just listened to your old pal Klein, you would have saved yourself a lot of harm. You could have had hush puppies here somewhere.
Where?
Somewhere. There's probably a place that has great hush puppies.
Shakies. I'm telling you, dude. They're called, a name for them. They're good, though.
Not hush puppies? No, I'm not interested.
They are hush. They're their version of them.
805 said I was in a car accident 3 weeks ago, and it cost me $9,000 in damage, and my car was T-boned. It seems right in the area where Jake took his photo.
Hey, David, what's your guess?
$5,700.
All right. Yeah, I think he'd be getting out easy if that's the case. Megan, go ahead.
85.
85 hundo?
85 hundo.
Yeah. A lot of people are, put you north of 10K.
Yeah, 818, $23,197 for what Jake will have to pay.
Jake, I just want you to say really quickly, you told me why, because I called Jake after the car accident to make sure he was okay. Am I the only one on the show that actually called to check in on you?
Actually, yeah, you are.
I want everyone listening.
He was fine.
Radio buddies.
Shut up.
Radio bros.
Yeah, you guys are radio bros.
I'm going to call him a radio bro.
First of all,
Bye,
Vanessa, we're not
You
radio
love
buddies.
Jake.
I just want
Radio buddies is so
I
much
want
funnier.
everyone to listen to this show who's a Klein's a dick.
Come on, nuts to butts, buddy.
No, shut up. God, I wish you had died. Jake, in all seriousness, Jake explained to me why he declined the insurance, and this is the greatest reason why. Jake, tell everyone why you said no to the insurance.
Well, I already said why. It was that's like betting against yourself.
No. You said you gave me a reason why that was insanity.
Oh, because they charge you for every day?
So here's what Jake said. He was driving to Texas, 22 hours there, 22 hours back. But he said the car was going to be sitting for 1 day in Texas in his driveway.
That's a waste of money.
And he didn't want to pay for insurance on a day that the car was just going to be sitting there in the driveway. So he declined the insurance.
Because out of one of the 3 days,
one of the
wasn't
three
gonna be.
one of the 3
the
days.
risk was zero.
If I could have just picked the day for the insurance, I could have gotten the insurance.
That's
I'm not
a
gonna
good
pay
point, Jake.
for all
He's
days.
like, okay, I want it on Saturday,
Yeah.
not Sunday, and yes, Monday.
And by the way,
Exactly.
I have been in a part of a situation where the car was rented for a Vegas drive, and on the way there, you feel like you don't need the insurance, but on the way back, when you're driving back hungover
you
and
feel
tired,
like,
that's a good day to have. If you can
I'm in a
just get-
dicey
right,
situation
just want
here.
that Sunday morning insurance. That's all I want. All right, well, listen, we can take these bets all day, but we can't because we have to move on. We got more show to get to.
323 said I'm doing $1, Bob.
$1 Bob is on the board. If you would like to join us for Petty Claims Court and we decide to put you on the air, we'll give you some tickets to Netflix is a Joke. You can choose if you want to go to Big Mouth Live at the Greek or if you'd rather go to Jon Stewart and Friends. If there's something petty going on in your relationship
And you're
with a
willing to talk about
coworker,
it with us, which honestly helps a lot of people.
yeah, you can call or text us now, 800-520-1067. We'll get to that later this morning. Also have your Coachella tickets coming up. And we also, I can't believe it, I feel bad even doing it, but today's the day we do the big unveiling of Jake's real car, his good car that has been wrapped because he lost our forced resolution bet. He's going to go out to the parking lot and see what we've done to his car while he was away. Mm-hmm. And I think he's going to wish he had insurance on his current car as well. So we'll be back with that and more next.
Klein Alley Show.